Hi students, today we are working on page 673 and this is chapter 9, lesson 7. We are going to be working with problem solving. So we're going to go ahead and get started by reading what they've given us on this page. So make sure you follow along with me, please. It says, Anna made the same shape below with 9 blocks. What 4 blocks are missing? So the first step that they tell us to do when we're doing problem solving, excuse me, is to understand what we're reading, right? So we need to understand what they're telling us in the little story. So first we need to underline what we know, and then we need to circle what we need to find. So that is why you see this underlining, because we know that Anna made the shape below with 9 blocks, right? We need to find what 4 blocks are missing. So step number 2, we need to plan. And by planning, we need to think, how will I solve the problem? What am I going to do, right? Number 3, we then have to solve. We will use logical reasoning, we will think about it, and we will come up with our answer, okay? So as you can see here, this is the composite shape that they gave us. And the shapes that we can see in color are a green triangle, orange square, red trapezoid, and 2 more green triangles. So we need to find what 4 missing blocks this composite shape still needs. Now, look at the shapes carefully, okay? And then look at the spaces that are missing that specific shape. What shape does it look like? So let's look at the first shape that's missing. So if I trace it, I'm going to follow the black line. So this kind of looks like a triangle, right? Except that this triangle here, instead of facing up, it's facing down, right? Now if I look at this next one, it's a big shape and it looks like a trapezoid, right? And then we're missing 2 in the middle. So if I trace this middle shape, looks like a square. And then the other missing one also looks like a square, right? So I think that the 4 missing shapes are a triangle, 1 trapezoid, and 2 squares. And we've solved the missing shape, right? So we understood what they were asking. We planned by observing, by looking at what we already had, and then we went ahead and looked at the empty spaces to figure out what those missing shapes were, okay? So we're all done with this page. Now I'm going to turn it over to the back page. This is page 674, sorry. And this one says, Angel has 6 pattern blocks. So I know that Angel has 6 pattern blocks. So I went ahead and underlined that. He makes the shape below. Okay, I know that he makes this shape. Okay, whoops. 2 pattern blocks are missing. What 2 blocks are missing? So I need to find out, and you guys need to help me find out what those shapes are. Okay? So again, step 1, we need to understand what they're telling us. Step 2, we need to plan. How are we going to solve this? How are we going to come up with the answer to this problem? And number 3, we need to figure it out. We need to solve it, right? We need to find out what those shapes are. Okay, so we understood that Angel has 6 pattern blocks, right? Right now he only has 4. We need to find the other 2. We need to now look at this composite shape and we need to point out what shapes are already there. So take a look and say the shape names along with me, okay? So we have 2 orange squares. We have 1 kind of like, what does this look like? Diamond type, right? This looks like a diamond shape. And then we have 1 trapezoid. So now let's look at the patterns. What are we missing? Look at this shape carefully. It looks like the diamond on the other side, right? So now let me try tracing that so we can see. Yep, it seems like it is the diamond shape that's on the end, right? Over here, looks very similar. And then what about the centerpiece? What piece is that? What shape could that be? It looks like a trapezoid. So I'm going to trace this, and we are all done. So make sure you pay attention when you are trying to figure out what shapes are missing. Okay, friends? Good job. See you next time.